Dr. Jordan Peterson miraculously is revived from a coma. Doctors didn't believe he'd escape, and is promptly canceled by the left. Dr. Jordan Peterson, psychologist extraordinaire, fantastic public speaker, whose work and wisdom has helped hundreds of thousands of people turn their lives around for the better. He unfortunately has been absent from the public scene for the last year plus due to major health problems. However, after having been put into a medically induced coma for 8 days, he miraculously was revived and has begun to return onto the public scene. Dr. Peterson yesterday announced that his new book, 12 More Rules for Life, will be out and be published by Penguin Random House Canada, and it will be out early next year. Instantly, people trying to cancel him. In an article from Vice, the Disney media outlet that they purchased a couple years ago for $400+ million, I believe, that they have completely written off of the balance sheet as it's gone almost to the point of being worthless. They published an article from quoting employees of Penguin Random House Canada spreading hate speech about Jordan Peterson. And I think it can be called hate speech because they are literally hating on him. To quote one of them, he is an icon of hate speech, yeah, they use that word, of course, to describe him, and transphobia, and the fact that he's an icon of white supremacy, regardless of the contents of his book. I'm not proud to work for a company that publishes him. A junior employee who is a member of the LGBT community told Vice, an employee of Random House. Another employee said people were crying in the meeting about how Jordan Peterson had affected their lives. And of course, I naturally assumed that maybe this was a positive thing because of all the hundreds of thousands of people who joyfully exclaimed that Dr. Peterson helped set their lives straight through little bits of wisdom like clean your own room, which is designed to tell you to take positive action in your life that where you can actually affect the change rather than looking out at the whole world and trying to solve major problems that we personally don't have any control of. It's to affect change first within oneself before we look outwardly. That is the message of that. Or to compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That enables us not to be jealous of somebody else and where they are in life, but rather to look and make ourselves a little bit better every day. And the compounding of that practice will lead us in the future to far superior lives than we had previously, because we get a little bit better every day. And every single day it compounds. So it's not just that much better, that much better, that much better. Suddenly we're working with leaps and bounds of where we were previously. But when they were talking about crying, they were talking about the fact that it had radicalized their fathers into hating LGBTQ people. Yeah, I really don't think that's possible or true. Dr. Peterson does not have a problem with gay people or trans people or black people or white people. He has a problem with Nazis. He doesn't like the Nazis much, or the communists, or the radical left. So he is your enemy if you consider yourself radical left. So I can understand that you're a little scared of him and you don't like him. But you can't say that he's radicalizing people towards hatred because it simply ain't true. Honestly, this ridiculousness just has to stop. Dr. Peterson is an absolute force for good in the world, and he's helped many people change their lives for the positive. And there are tons of people who will testify and provide testament to that. This is the intolerant left trying to stamp down on a positive message for many because they're scared of actually listening to him. They continually claim that, like everybody else who they disagree with, that Dr. Peterson is a hateful individual. The truth? They're the ones who are the haters. They hate everything other than the intolerant views that they hold, and these woke magazines like Vice that are designed to get money, to generate clicks, keep providing the fodder for them to go into consternation over, to flip over onto their stomachs and lie face down on the ground and start pouting and crying like a 3-year-old child. You see, the leftist media needs enemies to continually have these people agitated so they continue to click and they continue to generate money. They want people in a perpetual state of chaos. and they are very much opposed to the order that Dr. Peterson wishes to bring. Look, I have a question for you guys. How do you communicate with somebody who's so far gone, who's so insane that they claim that Dr. Peterson is a hate monger, who promotes alt-right causes, who's transphobic, gay, homophobic, everything phobic, and creates division when they are the ones who wish to remain in this little bubble, and they use this shield of hate and despair and don't come near me to ignore any other ideas. I honestly would love to know how you guys would deal with such people, how you guys are able to communicate with them and at least inject some sanity into them, because if they would actually listen to Dr. Peterson, as many have, they would be moved. They would change their minds regarding Peterson, regarding the message that he's bringing, and maybe they'll put their room and their lives in order. See, the media is creating this mythical and false enemy, much as they've done. This is to sow division in order to generate money. And these sad people are able to block out all these messages of actual positivity that help so many others. And I hope that they also tune into that frequency and become a part of change, and that they are able to put their room in order and slowly and incrementally build their lives to where they're happy. Because anybody that calls Dr. Peterson a hate monger is only demonstrating and echoing and parroting the hate that exists inside of them. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the notification bell, all notifications. Give it a thumb up and share it. Hey, most of all, get Beyond Order, Dr. Peterson's new book, and let me know your thoughts. Peace and blessings to everybody.